Good morning, my fellow Gen X friends out there. And if you're not Gen X and you're listening to this, you're still welcome here. Come and hang out. I'm in America. It's November 1st, 2024, which means it's the day before our presidential election. And I don't know about you, but I cannot wait for this to be over. I have not seen such bizarre behavior around politics or elections ever. I think it started to get weird, I think, during President Obama's presidency and just escalated from there. And we're at a point where, I mean, on social media, it's a mess of name calling, threats, just everyone claiming that they're right. They have all these information sources and they're all correct. And even some physical threats in real life. There are people in my local area who are taking pictures of the lawn signs of who people are voting for their information, saying that the day after the election there could be some major shit going down and they want to know who was on their side and who wasn't. I mean, this is crazy. This is fucking insane. Gen X, what are we doing? Because, and I have to ask, I'm all about talking about the fun stuff we used to do, the nostalgia, the memories, but I'm here to talk about some shit too. Yes, we were cool and we were a special breed of resilient, independent people, but wait a minute. We were also the OG rebels who were against the establishment. Remember? I mean, remember the grunge movement, movies like Ferris Bueller, Breakfast Club. I mean, there's so many that I can't even think of. Music, have you read the lyrics to Crazy Train by Ozzy or War Pigs or music by Rush? I mean, this was ingrained in us that politics, all these systems were complete bullshit, that were not designed to support, uplift, or empower the people. They were out to make a profit for themselves or for other powers that be. And I think no matter what side you're on, you have to know on some gut level that it's true. You have to know. And by the way, I'm not saying don't stand up for what you believe in. I'm not saying don't pick a candidate or don't vote. Fucking vote, okay? Like, it's your privilege as an American citizen, vote. I know who I'm voting for, and I'm unapologetic about it. I vote by person, not by party. I'm an independent and proud to be. And I look at someone's character, what they say, what they do, what they believe, who they hang out with. And yes, I try to read between the lines. And I come up with my own conclusion. I think, thank God we're in America where we still have, at least as of today, we still have the freedom to do that. We don't want that taken away. Right. But we have to know that it's all bullshit. Right? The corporate interests, profit over people, that really doesn't do any good. I'm all for capitalism and free market, but there's a way to do it with consciousness and integrity. There really is, where it's not making money off of the backs of people who are, in a tough situation, or it's not poisoning the society with shit food that's banned in other countries just to make, there's so much we could say. It's not, jacking up the price of housing. I mean, it's all an illusion, really. And now more than ever, we need to come together to realize this so that we can maybe someday form leadership in our country that truly reflects we the people. Meaning, I don't believe that there shouldn't be any government. I mean, that, are you kidding? With with kind of the mental and emotional health of everybody, that would be chaos and destruction if we had absolutely none. But I don't believe it should be under one religion. I don't believe it should be under one political party. I don't believe it should be under one of anything. Extremism is never good in any form. And that's where we're going. Without getting into a political rant, and you can comment below, But I will delete comments that are just more of that name calling. And if you're going to insult people and call them stupid because they're not thinking the same way you're thinking, everybody is doing the best they can. And everybody is standing up for what they think is right. And everyone's afraid and fed up and sick of it. That's what they want us to be, by the way. That's how they want us to be. So I say we try something different, which is this election, we go in with a clear head and a calm mind and a calm presence, and we exercise our right to vote. And no matter what the result of the election is, we find ways to live our best lives within that structure, within whatever they're doing. Because the truth is, no one's coming to save us. We knew this. Latchkey kids, we knew this. No one's coming to save us. We're GenXers. We had to figure it out on our own. We had to pull it together. We had to make it work. So take that attitude that we had. Yes, that can be unhealthy sometimes for us, but sometimes it can be helpful. So no matter who wins tomorrow, you're going to be okay. You can still have family and friends. You don't have to shut them out of your lives. You don't have to criticize people for their lifestyle choices or their political choices or whatever choice that they're making. They don't have to include you in it. You still have the freedom to put up boundaries and say, yep, that's your lifestyle. That's cool. You do you. I'm not going to participate in that, but I support you doing you, right? You're not going to live in fear that certain people are taking over or that this is going to happen or that's going to happen. You're going to be the strongest, healthiest version of you. You're not going to feel like you have to go correct everybody in the world and fix this and you have to, teach everybody a lesson, or you don't have to convince anybody of anything. If I've learned one thing, is that in this 53 years, it's that the only things that we can control are ourselves, our thoughts and our actions and our words. And I've also learned from watching YouTube recently, I don't know how in my newsfeed this has come up, but I've seen interviews with people who are in their 80s and 90s about what's important to them, life lessons for younger people, which we still are those younger people, even though, we're getting up there, Gen X. Can you believe it? And I've watched, weirdly enough, I saw in my newsfeed a couple of people who had posted videos at the end of their lives. It was like their last video saying goodbye to the world because they had a terminal illness and they wwere either getting medical assistance to assist them in their passing, or they knew the time was close. And they were saying what they had to say in their goodbyes. And they did it with such dignity and grace and strength. Oh my gosh, I hope they are, I know they're on the other side in peace and they're happy. They're in the unconditional love in the spiritual world, right? That unconditional love and joy vibration. But why not? It was a sobering reminder that it is so important what we put I can't even say it. It is so important what we put our energy into, because at the end of the day, at the end of it all, the common thread of advice or guidance or insights was that health was important. So take care of you, right? You can't do anything, make any good decisions, be in relationships in a healthy way, be a good parent, be a good friend, be a good worker or business owner if you're sick or if you don't feel your best. And that's physical and mental, right? So getting the support, taking care of yourself. And then it's relationships, making memories. Everything, we can't take anything with us except our memories. So really, and there is value in being alone. I totally advocate for being comfortable in your own skin, being comfortable being in your own company. And some of the people that were interviewed in these videos had just lost their lifelong partners, their spouses or partners. And it was just heartbreaking for them to see. They just missed their best friend. Those relationships are so important. So really prioritize things during this election and after it's over. What do you want to focus on after this election? Maybe focusing on all the fighting and the bullshit and the propaganda and all this made up stuff designed to scare you and keep you disempowered. Maybe it's time to walk away. Just walk away from it. This is not a political party thing. This is a you thing. And be your best self, your best life, so that you can have no regrets at the end and you can feel good about every single day. All right. I love you guys. Tell me what you think in the comments.